Well, this is a special one. If you wonder why the camera's up here, it's because the package is quite large. If you've seen a successful thumbnail. So, what is it? It is something that is very much falling into the category of rocking horse, you know what, some doo-doo. Especially in England. It's not easily obtainable in the US, and if they do pop up on eBay in the US, they normally make considerable money. And over here, bearing in mind that if you paid $100 for one, you'd have to probably pay that again in shipping. I managed to get hold of something from the Bachmann Spectrum range, and it's not a locomotive. But I didn't just get hold of one, I got hold of two. So now you'll have to wait, because this is got my address all over it. So Bachmann produced these kits for a short while. They were like their premium range and a premium price, which is probably why they didn't sell very well and got discontinued. About 10 years ago, but they are now sought after and do occasionally come up for sale, and I think the last one in the UK made about £75 for the one kit, and a previous one to that made well over 100. So I will get this out, let the dog out because she's squealing, and come back to you. So we're back. So as you know, I'm going to model both British and American outline, and what more can you say about an American skyline than a skyscraper? Now, there aren't much around. There's the Ashmore Hotel, which is tall, and you can modify that, but it's very expensive to do that. The kit alone is £68. There's the apartment buildings, and that's about the biggest buildings there are available, apart from these ones. Well, they're not available now, but there is this monster, and I've even seen some pictures where people had combined two of these kits together to make a true skyscraper, if you can accommodate that kind of height. But they didn't just make the one. This is the Metropolitan building. To complement that, they also made the Trade Tower. Both of these kits are very much near impossible to come into the UK. I don't think no one sold them. I've researched, tried to find them. They're the kind of thing you might find in a deceased state of clearance, when Hattons or someone like that would have picked something up. So to find two from the same seller, and the pain in the bum was he listed them exactly the same end time, so that meant you had more chance to win one than both. So we have a couple of monsters to do. And as you can see, a basic sort of outline. There are a few other buildings in the range, again equally hard to come by,
If I can find a couple of the other ones I would like, so be it, but I'm not holding my breath. I've had these on search for probably a couple of years now, so I am very chuffed to be able to get hold of them, because it does mean I'm going to have to rethink what level these go on and how high these buildings are when they're constructed, because they don't include any kind of lightning arrestor transmitter tower, which is sort of iconic with tall buildings, isn't it? There's usually a girder type antenna mast above them with a little light on them, maybe with King Kong on it as well, but no, there's going to be probably a dedicated illumination Arduino, something like that, to control the lighting in this and the other building to complement it. So they will probably be a project on their own. Now, as I said, these normally come at a premium. I won one kit for £17, which is good going by anyone's standard. And the other one cost me £41, so I think the total with the shipping was £71, just under 72 with the odds, which is less than you would have paid for one. Normally you're looking at 75 to 100 plus at auction for one of these kits, so it's a big bonus to pick these up. But I can waffle on no more. Obviously when I get round to doing these and the other buildings, they will probably be a little mini series on their own. Well, are we in shot? I can't see. Yes, a big box. That's better. Model Railways Direct MDR. Haven't used them for a long while. They're normally not too bad on price, but they don't inundate you with loads of emails claiming that they've got sales on, let's say, when in fact they have just grossly overinflated the prices and then reduced them back to what they were. Hey, TMC. So they actually had a sale of some items, as you can guess, because I've got a box. So I bought some while ago, the last batch of the Hatton's Genesis coaches that they done, the little 4-wheel and 6-wheel sets. I bought, I think it was the London North Eastern. They done Great Northern. They done quite a few. They were quite detailed, very nice. I think Rails of Sheffield have took over the tooling for that. And I think not too long ago they announced the pre-orders or released them, and they're considerably price hiked because of I think they were £129, something like that, and they started exchanging for stupid money on eBay, £300 for a set. So Rails have sort of basically thought, and this is the danger with a lot of our modelling, if idiots are willing to pay £300, then why not hike the price massively to attract even more people by not taking the wee quite as much. But if basically people are dumb enough, because that's what I think, if you're dumb enough to pay £300 for a set of coaches, you're going to pay £200 for a set. I don't know what they've released them at, but they're considerably more expensive than they were when Hatton's done them. Even taking into account they would have gone up because of manufacturing costs and such like. They've saw that basically they can get away with charging a lot more money, and that's what they're doing. And it's worked because people have still suckered in and bought them. I don't know whether they've sold out. I haven't even looked because I just basically won't pay that money. So, long story short, too late for that now. Hornby came out with their own position to it, which wasn't quite as good. but nevertheless not a bad attempt. Then obviously shaved a few bits down to make them cheaper, but these were still, I think, 30 odd pound a pop, and for a little coach, I mean, you can buy a full size one for that money. I didn't buy into that either, being Hornby are a bit OTT with their prices versus quality versus their discounting manufacturing price model. So they came down to 19 and 23 pounds at MDR. So I bought, that one's heavier. They were supposed to have their little magnetic light system in them, which obviously was a more expensive option than the regular basic one. So I bought 3 of the Great Northern Railway ones, which are essentially no different from the LNER other than the road name. And they didn't have any LNER ones, they only had Great Northern, and I thought, well, if I do get a little rapido, oh, that's turned itself on. So, bringing me into the next bit, how has that turned itself on? The magnet from that inside. Yeah, that's good, yeah, so it's flattened my battery already. Anyway, so I bought 3 Great Northern because that's all they had. And they did have a few LNER ones, but you know, I'd already spent enough. But they had the 6-wheel coaches, which were proving a bit expensive. So this one was, I think, 23. So I bought that as well. So I don't think you really take much notice. Basically, it's the same, isn't it? Obviously, it's a different coach, but same sort of livery. Got the same effect. If they're running in a rake with my other ones, I'm sure some rivet counter will mention it, but where was them? And he also had a few packs of figures for sale at £7 something or other. So I got the warehouse one. The pallet truck's not looking too good there, so it might need a little help. But yeah, the warehouse there I thought was quite good. Reminds me of my working days. So I thought, well, I can make use of that. Although I do have a lot of figures. But it could be a little cameo system, so that was purchased as well. And that is it. 4 boxes today. Roll Mailman's been and gone. So there is nothing else. I've got a few more bits inbound, but yeah, we're still on that lull period now. So we'll have to wait and see what turns up.